The National Broadcasting Company presents Joel McCrea in Tales of the Texas Rangers. Tonight, transcribed from Hollywood, another authentic reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers. Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Jace Pearson. Texas, more than 260,000 square miles. And 50 men who make up the most famous and oldest law enforcement body in North America. Now, from the files of the Texas Rangers come these stories based on fact. Only names, dates, and places are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record. Case for tonight, the Hatchett.
It is 8:30 a.m., Sunday, May 16th, 1941. The Halleck family of Rock Point, Texas, is preparing to leave for church.
You want any more toast, Jim?
Nope. All I want's another cup of coffee. I'll get it myself. Why don't you sit down and eat?
Well, I would if I could get that boy to the table. Robert? Robert!
I'm coming, Ma.
You've been saying that for half an hour. Your eggs are getting cold and we'll be late for church.
All right.
And never mind that all right business. When your mother called you, you just come a-running.
Gee whiz, Pa, I gotta wash my face, don't I? I'll be right there.
You'll see the jar, you'll go without your breakfast. Now, you come sit down, Hattie. No need of your stomach being empty.
Just coffee will do for me. Seems like the older a boy gets, the harder it is to get him out of bed in the morning.
What time did he get in last night?
After 11. Him and Sadie Lewis went to the picture show.
I told him I wanted him home at 10 o'clock nights.
Oh, Jim, it was Saturday night. He goes to school all week.
Well, school will soon be over. He'll be working with me in the store all summer. Maybe he won't feel much like staying out half the night when he's been on his feet all day. Look at the time. Robert!
I'm here, Pa. I'm here.
Well, it's about time.
Well, get your breakfast, but the eggs will be like rubber.
I don't want anything to eat. I'm not hungry.
Well, why didn't you say so before your ma wasted her time and the food?
You gotta eat something.
I'll have breakfast when we get back from church.
Sure, that'll be fine. You can make more work for your ma that way.
Gee, Pa, I just don't feel hungry now.
Oh, leave him alone, Jim. I'll get him something later. I just put the dishes in to soak. You two want to get out of my way. Why don't you go next door and tell Mr. Driscoll we're about ready to leave?
Is he riding with us again?
Yes, he's riding with us again, so stop sulking about it. Come on. You ought to be glad to have your teacher for a neighbor. You wouldn't be at the head of your graduating class if it weren't for his helping you.
I see enough of him in school without seeing him Sunday, too.
Yeah. Well, when you get away to college in the fall, you might be wishing you had somebody like him close by to give you a hand. Ring the bell.
He don't answer. Maybe he went on.
He'd have told us. And I didn't hear his car. Come on, maybe he's out in the back. Mr. Driscoll! That's funny. Run up the back steps and take a look in the kitchen window.
Oh, why don't we just go without him?
Will you do like I tell you?
Okay.
See anything?
No, he ain't. Pa! Pa!
What is it, son? What's the matter?
Look at him, lying there on the floor.
Oh.
Pa, what is it? What happened to him?
Come away, son. Don't look any more. Come away. I gotta call the sheriff. It looks like he's been murdered.
Sheriff Alvin Jeffers took one look at the scene of the crime and put in a call for the assistance of the Texas Rangers. Ranger Jace Pearson was assigned.
Mighty bloody job, Jace. No weapon in sight.
Nope. Judging by the marks, though, it was something with two edges, one blunt and one sharp. Probably a hatchet, Sheriff.
Either that or 2 weapons.
It's possible, but not likely. You say the JP's been here?
Mm-hmm. As soon as we're finished, the body will be moved into the funeral home for autopsy. Establish time of death.
That'll help. Where'd your call come from?
Neighbors next door, the Hallecks. Man, wife, and son. Man and boy spotted Driscoll through the window when they come to get him for a lift to church.
I'd like to talk to him.
Sure, I told him to stick to home. We can go out back and hop the fence. Avoid that crowd out front.
Good. The front room looked like Driscoll went in big for books.
Yeah, he was an English teacher at the high school. Halleck's boy Robert was in one of his classes, I think.
Driscoll live alone?
Mm-hmm. A widower. Here, step on this box and hop the fence.
You go ahead. I can get over without it.
Okay. Well, Halleck saw us coming. There he is at the back door.
Howdy, Sheriff. Ranger. Come on in.
Thanks.
Ranger Pearson, Jim Halleck.
Howdy.
Oh, my wife Hattie and my boy Robert.
Howdy.
Howdy, Ranger.
You found Driscoll's body this morning?
Me and Robert saw it through the window.
What time?
About 8:45. That's when we always leave for services.
Oh, Jace, I ought to call my office. Have the funeral home come for the body now.
All right, go ahead.
Mind if I use your phone, Halleck?
Help yourself.
I'll show you where it is, Sheriff.
Oh, you'd better stay, Robert.
Okay.
You and your dad found the body. Would you mind, Mrs. Halleck?
Not at all. In here, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Either of you see Driscoll yesterday or last night?
We both saw him outside last night, a little after 6. I was coming home from the store. I sell groceries. Robert was outside waiting for me so he could take the car.
Big date, huh?
Yeah.
What was Driscoll doing?
Digging a flower border on his lawn.
You talked to him?
Just called to him after Robert took the car and drove off. Asked if he planned on riding to church with us. No sense taking 2 cars when neighbors are going to the same place.
I see. That all?
That's all.
You didn't hear anything during the evening or the night?
Nope. Me and Hattie turned in a little after 9.
How about you, Robert? What time did you get home? What time did you get home?
You can tell him I know you was late. Your mother heard you come in.
A little after 11.
Where were you?
To a picture show with Sadie Lewis.
What did you see?
I don't remember the name of it. Bing Crosby's in it.
Jace, you going to be much longer?
Oh, no, Sheriff. Why?
I spoke to my office. One of my deputies got a report. Rancher named Finney chased somebody off his place with a shotgun last night.
Doorbell, Hattie.
I'm going.
Did the deputy think the report might have anything to do with the Driscoll's murder?
Who knows? Fella Finney saw was doing something around a cattle tank, though.
Good place to get rid of a weapon. Cattle tanks have been used before.
Well, maybe we ought to go out and take a look.
Yeah.
Robert? It's Jean to see you.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Hi, Mr. Halleck, Sheriff.
Hello, Gene.
Gee, I just drove in to see if Bob wanted to go out to the shack and camp, and I saw that crowd in front of next door. Somebody killed old man Driscoll, huh?
Yeah, I can't go with you today.
Well, yeah, guess not. Well, you helping the sheriff, Ranger?
We're helping each other.
Well, boy, I sure hope you catch that guy. Mr. Driscoll was the best teacher we ever had.
We'll try to square things for him, Gene. Coming, Jace?
Yeah. Thanks for your help. We may want to talk to you again later.
You're sure welcome, Ranger.
Bye. Bye, ma'am.
So long, folks.
Bye.
So long, Ranger.
Who was that kid, the one who just came in?
You mean Gene? No, name's Gene McCready. Pal of Robert's. They go to school together. Why?
Just wondering. Robert Halleck ever give any of you any trouble around here? Yeah, we'll take my car.
No, he's a good kid. Why?
I just got a feeling he was covering up for something, that's all.
Well, like what?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be wondering about it. How far to Finney's place?
Turn off to the right about 6 miles out. Just this side of the Lewis place.
The Lewis place? Well, Robert Halleck says that he was out at a movie last night with a girl named Sadie Lewis.
Yeah, she lives out there. Mike Lewis' daughter. Only 15, but a big girl for her age. Lewis watches her like a hawk.
I'd like to stop by the Lewis place and talk to that girl.
Okay, we can go out there after we check at Finney's.
Well, right here's about where he was when I spotted him. I called, but he started to run. I threw a load of buckshot after him.
You didn't see who it was?
No, it didn't. I was too far off, about 300 feet back toward the house.
What time was that, Finney?
Oh, just for 11 o'clock last night.
Wasn't that kind of late for you to be out here?
Well, I've been visiting. I was cutting across the ranch, walking home.
From where?
Mike Lewis's place. We get together Saturday nights, play cards. Oh, not for money, just passing time.
You always carry a shotgun when you're passing time?
Well, matter of fact, I do. Bag a jackrabbit once in a while, going, coming between here and Mike's place. So I always tote a gun just in case.
I see.
I see better than you do, Jace. I've eaten out here. Mrs. Finney can do more things with a jackrabbit in a pot than most women can do with a chicken.
Okay, I was just checking. Now, about the fellow you saw.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, when he didn't answer my call, I fluffed him with a shot. Don't think I hit him, though. A little too far. Barely saw him as it was.
Which way did he take off?
Well, that way.
Highway's about a mile across country there. You chase him?
Yep, sure did. But I reckon he was a lot younger than me.
Well, what makes you say that?
Well, after 2 minutes of running, I was puffing like an engine in a tunnel. He was pulling away with every jump.
Is there anything around here he might have been trying to steal?
No, not a thing. Unless he was trying to make off with a cow, and there'd be nothing to try on foot.
Well, Sheriff, guess we'd better chuck our boots and hop in there.
Into my cattle tank.
That's right, Finney.
But what for?
If we're lucky, the weapon that was used in the killing of the high school teacher, Driscoll. The cattle tank was big. The bottom was covered deep with a couple of inches of oozing mud and slime. And we slithered around in it for almost half an hour.
Pretty thick along the bottom, Jace.
Yeah, it sure is.
I was going to have it cleaned out next month.
Looks like we're going to have to save you the trouble and the expense. We'll have to call a pumping crew, Sheriff.
Yeah, looks that way. Hey, give me a hand up, Finney.
All right, now, easy.
Thanks. Wait over here, Jace, and we'll boost you out.
Okay, Sheriff.
Well, we're sure going to feel silly if we have this pumped out and there's nothing here.
We'll feel sillier if we don't have it done and there is something here that turns up later. I think we ought to...
What's the matter, Jace?
Feel something. Here, under my foot.
Yeah, I felt it coming over this way, too. Some stones in the mud.
No, this is metal. Wait, I'll get it.
Ooh. What is it, Jace?
Look for yourself, Sheriff. Just about what we're looking for. A hatchet.
You are listening to Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Jace Pearson. We continue now with tonight's case, The Hatchet, an authentic story from the files of the Texas Rangers.
It was the murder weapon, all right. The blood had been washed away from most of it, but there was skin tissue and hair that had stuck to the blunt end, and...
Yeah, I reckon that's it, all right, Jace.
But who threw it away on my place, and why?
The killer wanted to get rid of it in a place he thought nobody'd be liable to find it. Must have thought of this spot last night.
That means he knew the place.
He wouldn't cross the range on foot unless he did. You say he ran off that way?
That's right. Like Sheriff said, the highway's about a mile.
He could have left a car there he was getting back to, or he might have cut off in another direction when you lost him. You have horses here, don't you, Finney?
Why, sure, but nothing like the one you're towing in that trailer behind your car. It's really a horse ranger.
I think so, too. What I want is a mount for the sheriff here.
Where do you figure on riding, Jace?
Out on the range, see if we can pick up a trail. I'll unload charcoal and start ahead, and you walk back to the ranch house and get one of Finney's horses and catch up to me. I'll wait for you, Sheriff. Easy, boy.
Find anything?
Track's all right. Not too heavy on this ground, though. They're easy to lose.
Yeah, but this is a straight shot from the ridge. Looks like he was sure going for the road, all right.
No doubt about it. If he left a car there, we might be able to find some tire marks where he parked.
Afraid you're going to be stymied there, Jace.
Why?
County just worked the roads over. Shoulders are all fresh gravel.
Oh? What's the shortest way to the Lewis Ranch? Go back for the car or keep riding?
Yeah, we'd save a little time going back for the car, not much.
Well, charcoal's full of run. Let's give him a chance for a workout. Come on.
Yeah.
Lewis ranch was big and well kept. There was something dismal and brooding about it. When we got inside, I knew what it was. It was as though the place were reflecting the personality of the heavy-browed man who owned it.
So you want to see my daughter, huh?
That's right.
What about?
Just want to ask her where she was last night?
She was into the movie house with Robert Halleck.
We'd like a little more information than that, Mike. The ranger...
I know everything my daughter does. I can tell you anything you want to know.
That may be so, Mr. Lewis, but we still want to see her. That's an official request.
I'll call her. Sadie!
Yes, Pa?
Come into the house.
Yes, Pa?
Into the parlor.
Oh. I didn't know anybody was here.
Sheriff and the ranger want to talk to you. They don't think you and Robert was at the show last night.
Nobody said that,
You don't
Lewis.
have to say it.
Look, if you can't keep out of this, you can take your mind-reading act into another room until we're finished.
It'd be better if you didn't interfere, Mike.
Go ahead, ask. Maybe I'll be interested in the answers, too.
Sadie, don't be nervous. Just tell the truth. Were you with Robert Halleck last night?
Yes.
Where'd you go?
We went
Where did you go?
to the movie.
Remember the name of the picture?
The new one with Bing Crosby.
You saw that with me a month ago when I took you to Sweetwater.
I saw it again. There's no other show to see in town, is there? Robert brought you the ticket stubs, didn't he, Pa?
Brought you the ticket stubs.
That's right, Ranger. Brought me the stubs. When my daughter's supposed to be someplace, I want to make sure she's there. I'm not gambling on being fed any lies.
No, I can see that. You're not gambling that your girl might tell you the truth either, given the chance.
Reckon the law's got nothing to say about that.
I reckon not. Let me have that package, Sheriff.
Yeah, here.
What's in it?
Just something I want you to look at.
Hatchett.
Yeah. You ever see this before?
No.
How about you, Sadie? You ever see this before?
No, sir, I never.
Why are you asking us about it?
Just routine. This is the weapon used to kill Driscoll, the high school teacher. All right, Sheriff. Wrap it up again. Let's go. Sorry to have bothered you, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah.
You ready, Sheriff?
Yeah. Goodbye, Mike. Sadie.
Bye.
Bye.
Sadie, you been lying to me? Answer me!
Yeah, looks like Sadie's in for a rough time, Jace.
And she wasn't telling the truth. He knows it.
Her story ties in with Robert Halleck's, Jace.
I know. It'll be dark by the time we get back to Finney's place. Movie house open tonight?
Sure. Why?
I want to talk to the manager. The theater was a small-town showplace. The manager couldn't remember seeing Robert Halleck and Sadie Lewis. He referred us to the ticket taker. The ticket taker turned out to be Robert Halleck's pal, Gene McCready.
Come on, Gene, talk up. Was Robert here for the show last night, or wasn't he?
I don't know.
He's your best friend, and you were on the door last night. If he came in, you saw him.
Yeah, he was here.
Did he stay for the whole show?
No. No, he didn't stay for any of it.
How do you know? Did you see him leave before it was over?
Well, he didn't even go in. He just stopped by to get a couple of ticket stubs from me.
So that's it.
Why didn't you tell us that right off?
Because I promised Bob that if anybody asked, I'd say him and Sadie was here.
Well, why would anybody ask?
Bob thought Sadie's father might. He's asked me before when they were supposed to be here.
Well, I guess that's what we wanted, Jace.
Yeah, it's part of it, not all of it. Gene, I want you to forget that I asked you anything. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Let's go, Sheriff.
I guess we better pick up Robert Halleck and the Lewis girl, Jace.
Not yet. All we know is they didn't see the show. That isn't enough.
Don't see why not. This wasn't just a transient thing. Driscoll didn't have no enemies, unless it was one of his pupils hated him.
We can narrow it down to one student, though. Not until we've checked on all of them. I'm going to sleep on this tonight. When school opens tomorrow, I'm going out there. Driscoll had been a popular teacher at Rock Point High, but he had an iron-bound code of ethics where honesty was concerned, and that was the key I needed. I found the answer in a batch of test papers he'd been grading. I took the papers back to the sheriff's office.
Morning, Jace.
Morning.
Find anything out the school?
Plenty. Look at these.
What are they?
English class test papers of Robert Halleck and Jean McCready.
I see.
Halleck's mark's pretty high, 94.
Yeah. Hey, only half the answers on McCready's paper have been checked. His isn't graded.
Compare them and you'll see why. His answer to every single question is exactly the same as Halleck's, all the way down the line. Driscoll must have noticed it while he was marking.
You think McCready was cribbing his answers from Bob Halleck's paper?
Halleck was at the head of the class. McCready was just barely hanging on. Those papers were clipped together in the drawer of Driscoll's desk with this slip of paper. A few notes scribbled on it in Driscoll's handwriting. Here, read what it says.
Yeah. An obvious case of cheating. Flunk McCready. If Halleck knew of this, advise principal neither should be permitted to graduate. Well.
The test was on Friday. Driscoll must have been grading those papers after school let out. Halleck came home, but Jean McCready was sitting out a punishment in another class for being late.
That means Driscoll might have run into Jean Friday afternoon and asked him about it.
That's what I figured.
Of course, Jean could have told Bob later.
Yeah, he could have.
Robert Halleck's the boy, all right, Jace. He lied about where he was Saturday night, and Jean was working at the theater.
Maybe yes, maybe no. You get the autopsy report yet?
Oh, yeah. Came in this morning.
What time did Driscoll die?
Between 9:30 and 10:30 Saturday night.
Then we can't eliminate Jean McCready.
Why not?
He starts taking theater tickets at 6:30, but the box office closes at 9 when the main feature goes on again. He's got nothing to do after that. His work's finished.
Well, I didn't think of that.
You better give me the hatchet, Sheriff. I'll need it.
Sure. Got it locked in the drawer here. What's your plan?
You go out to the school, get Bob Halleck, and bring him to his father's store. I'll meet you there.
Would you want Jean McCready, too?
He's not in school. He's supposed to be home sick. We can pick him up later. I don't want him and Robert together.
Ranger, you're crazy. Crazy, I tell you.
Now, calm down, Mr. Halleck. You admit the hatchet comes from your place.
No.
A minute ago, you said it did.
Well, it disappeared months ago. It was lost.
It got lost again in a cattle tank. Where's your car?
Out back. Through that door.
All right, let's look it over. Your son was using this car Saturday night.
Yes. Why? What are you looking for?
Hatchet had to be carted away from Driscoll's, and there was blood on it. I'm looking for a stain.
Well, you don't see any, do you?
No. I see a spot on the front seat that's cleaner than the rest. You smell that? It's been rubbed with gasoline.
Ranger, you're wrong. You gotta be wrong. My kid wouldn't do a thing like that.
Out here, Robert. Now, here we are, Jace.
Pa, what's the matter? Why'd they take me out of school?
Son, whatever you done, me and your ma will stand by you. Now, tell him the truth. You were at the show Saturday. Tell him you were.
How about it, Robert? Jean said you just dropped by to pick up ticket stubs.
I wasn't at the show.
Why didn't you tell me? Why?
I couldn't. Because of Sadie's father. He'd kill her.
You better tell us what happened, boy.
Why, I picked up Sadie in the car at 6:30. We went into the movie house to leave the car with Jean and get the stubs.
You left the car with Jean?
Yes. So it'd be around the theater in case Sadie's pa came by.
Well, then what happened?
Then we arranged for Jean to meet us out at the crossroads between the Lewis place and Finney's at 11 o'clock. So I'd have the car to take Sadie home.
See, Ranger? He didn't have the car all the time.
Go ahead, Robert. Where did you and Sadie go?
We went for a ride with somebody who picked us up behind the theater.
What do you mean by somebody? Who?
Sadie's mother.
What? Why, Sadie Lewis's mother is dead.
No, she isn't. That's what Mr. Lewis tells everybody. They were divorced before he moved here with Sadie.
Could that be true, Sheriff?
Well, Jace, I don't know. Mike Lewis always said his wife died.
She didn't. He just hated her, that's all. And, well, if he finds out Sadie's been seeing her, he'll beat her up.
All right, Robert. I think you're telling the truth. There's something I want you to identify. This.
Why, that's our old kindling hatchet.
Where'd you see it last?
Well, the shack. Me and Gene built a shack up in the woods last fall. We go camping up there. I built most of it because Gene, he was working part-time after school at Finney's ranch.
That's right, Jace. Gene did work for Finney for a while.
Come on, Sheriff. We'd better go pick him up. Gene McCready wasn't at his home, and he wasn't sick. We got the location of the shack he built with Robert Halleck, got horses, and rode into the woods to look for him.
There's the shack, Jace, just through that clump of trees.
Yeah. Come on, Sharky.
Hey, the door's opening. It's Gene.
Howdy, Gene.
What are you doing up here?
Just come up to take you into town, Gene. A few things we want to ask you about.
Well, like what?
Like how you spent Saturday evening between the time you stopped taking tickets and the time you met Robert at the crossroad between the Lewis place and Finney's.
Come on, Gene. I'll boost you up behind me.
Well, can I get my jacket? It's inside.
Go ahead.
Hey, he don't look guilty, Jace. Not a bit rattled.
I know. Well, we could be wrong, but you better give me your holster, Sheriff, if he's going to ride behind you.
Yeah, I guess you're... Look out, Jace!
Oh!
You hit, Sheriff?
No, but I hit him. He had a rifle in there. Stepped out shooting just as you leaned over.
Oh, you hit me.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a flesh wound through the side.
I didn't want to hurt him, but Mr. Driscoll wasn't going to let me graduate, the old fool.
All right, shut up and hold still till I fix this wound.
Will he be all right, Jace?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I had to do that, shooting a kid.
Yeah, but his being a kid doesn't make you bulletproof. And it didn't stop him from killing Driscoll. There. All right, Sheriff. Let's rig a litter and carry him in.
Gene McCready was just old enough to stand formal trial for the murder of his high school instructor. On September 20th, 1941, he was taken to the state penitentiary at Huntsville to serve out a sentence of 25 years.
And here again is the star of our show, Joel McCrea.
There's a poem that was sent to me by Captain M.T. Lone Wolf Gonzalez, who's commander of Company B of the Texas Rangers. It's not only amusing, but seems to reflect the thoughts of many a police officer. I hope you'll enjoy hearing it. It's called Not Guilty. I guess I've seen 1,000 men go in this jail and out, from tramps with month-old whiskers to rich men with the gout. Not one of them was guilty of the crimes the law accused. Seems they were all just victims of some officer's abuse. From the time the keys are rattled till they're locked up in the cell, their voices, though they differ from a whisper to a yell, the song is always just the same that everyone will sing. I don't see why they put me here. I haven't done a thing. Makes no difference what they've done or how mean the crime has been. When they're locked behind those prison bars, they're always free from sin. Though the evidence be solid and their voice with guilt may ring, they'll stand right up and tell you, I haven't done a thing. Good night, folks. See you again next week. Good night.
Next week, Joel McCrea in another authentic reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers. Joel McCrea is currently seen starring in the Universal International Technicolor production Frenchie. Tonight's cast included Tony Barrett, Parley Bear, Mike Barrett, Sam Edwards, Joe Duval, Tom Cook, and Gerald Moore. This story was transcribed and adapted by Joel Murcott, and the program was produced and directed by Stacy Keach. Hal Gibney speaking.
Three chimes mean good times on NBC. There's music, fun, and prizes Monday through Friday on NBC to help your busy morning along. Tommy Bartlett brings you Welcome Travelers. Walter O'Keefe MC's Double or Nothing. Clever quizmaster Bud Collier asks the questions on Break the Bank. Jack Birch presents Songs and Stories, and Dave Garroway with Melody and Humor. That's Monday through Friday on NBC. Now, hear the $64 question. 3 chimes mean good times on NBC.
Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Jace Pearson. Texas, more than 260,000 square miles, and 50 men who make up the most famous and oldest law enforcement body in North America. Now, from the files of the Texas Rangers come these stories based on fact. Only names, dates, and places are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record. Case for tonight, Sweet Revenge.
It is 6:30 p.m., March 13th, 1944, at the ranch house of Judd Wilkins. It is raining heavily as Judd and Alva Briggs from a neighboring ranch finish their dinner.
Yeah, rain's sure coming down, Judd.
Yeah. You're welcome to stay the night here if you want to, Alvin.
Well, no, thanks. I got to get back to my own place tonight. Told the kid who's been doing my chores over there for the last 3 days I'd meet him in the morning to pay him.
I sure appreciate you helping me and Billings vaccinate the cattle. I'm planning on doing the same for you at your place when you're ready.
I'll be ready in a couple of days, I reckon.
Yeah, wind must have blown open the...
Hello, Judd.
Blake.
Yeah. Hello, Alva. Well, you don't seem none too happy to see me either, Judd.
No, it's just it's a big surprise you popping up this way after 2 years, boy. Of course I'm glad to see you. You're my brother, ain't you?
Oh, yeah, Alva.
Where's Callie?
What?
You heard me, Blake. Where's my daughter?
Well, didn't you hear?
Yeah, what?
Callie and me. We split up, Alva.
Split up?
Yeah, in Dallas. I thought you knew.
You get her to run away with you, and then when you're through with her, you toss her to one side.
Alva, no, that ain't true. That ain't the way of it.
Why,
Alva, let go of me. Cut it out. Alva, cut it out. Take your hands off, Blake. Stop me now.
Blake Wilkins, if you wasn't your pa's boy, away from me from now on.
Judd?
Yeah?
How come Alva didn't know about Callie and me?
Well, you see, Blake...
I can understand Callie not wanting to write Alva about it, but I wrote here to Pa right after we split up. I told him the whole story in that letter. Callie was just using me to get away from home. She left me as soon as she found somebody else who could do her more good. I told all that in my letter to Pa. He and Alva was friends and neighbors. Now, how come Alva didn't know?
Pa died last month, Blake.
Yeah, I know. That's why I come home, Judd. I ran into a fellow in Lubbock the other day who told me. But Pa wasn't dead when I wrote that letter. I told him I was sorry about everything, that I wanted to come back home if he wanted me to. But I never heard from him, Judd. Why not?
Blake, you're making me say something I don't want to say. Even though you and I are only half-brothers, I've always felt toward you like...
What are you getting at, Judd?
Well, hearing about you and Callie splitting up just now makes me feel pretty bad. It was part my fault.
You mean because you encouraged me to run away with her?
Yeah. You come to me asking advice. I told you on the QT I figured you had a right to your own life, but I sure didn't know it was going to turn Pa against you like it did.
Turn him against me? Judd, I want to know what happened to that letter that I wrote Pa.
All right, Blake. Pa wouldn't even open your letter, just threw it away.
He what?
Said he never wanted to see you or hear from you again.
Well, Judd, that just doesn't sound like Pa. He just wouldn't say a thing like that about me.
I know, boy. It's hard to believe. You and he always used to be so close. Of course, you was his own son. I wasn't, so it's natural for things to
Judd,
be
are
that
you
way.
sure that Pa got my letter?
Why, of course. I just told you, Blake.
All right. What did Pa say in his will?
Well, now, everything's taken care of, Blake.
I want to know how it's taken care of, Judd.
Will's in town. And go in as soon as we can. I'll show it to you. You got a pleasant surprise coming, kid. You know, it's going to be good having you home. You come at a good time, too. We need another hand here, and I'm not sure Al will ever be back to help after tonight. But having you back again, everything's going to be fine from now on.
I'm not so sure.
What do you mean?
Alva, the way he feels about me. I don't like things like that.
Oh. Well, don't you worry about Alva none, Blake. He get over it.
You know, I think I'll take a horse and ride across to Alva's place.
Tonight?
Yeah. See if I can get things straightened out with him. Afterwards, I could stay on at the shack the rest of the night. It's about halfway. That way I'd be out there to lend you a hand in the morning. Is there bed and food out at the shack?
Yeah, plenty of it. Okay, Blake, if you want to go. But if Alva don't listen to reason, don't you argue with him. And don't be afraid of him. He won't harm you as long as I'm alive and kicking. Yes, sir, Blake. I'll take care of you from now on.
The next morning, Tom Billings, a ranch hand, rode out to the isolated shack on the Wilkins ranch. He discovered the dead body of Blake Wilkins lying in front of the open doorway. Sheriff Hedges was immediately notified and requested help from the Texas Rangers. Ranger Jace Pearson was assigned to the case.
Morning, Chase.
Howdy, Sheriff. Whoa, Charcoal.
Any trouble getting out here?
No. Pretty heavy going, though. Must have been some rain last night.
Good thing you didn't try to come out in your car. You'd have been hub deep in mud halfway.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I've already talked to the half-brother Judd back at the ranch house. He's pretty broken up. But I figured you'd want to look at the scene of the shooting before you did any questioning.
Yeah. You find anything, Sheriff?
Yeah, a couple of things. They left the body right where it was, though. Medical examiner's on his way out.
Whose horse is that in the corral?
I figure it's the one Blake Wilkins rode out here last night. Followed the tracks out here, just one set of them.
Any footprints around?
Well, couldn't see any. A lot of gravel and rocks around.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the body. Lying in front of the open door.
Bullet ended over the right eye. The rain must have washed some of the blood away.
Bullet came out the back of the head, higher up. That means it was traveling in an upward angle.
Yeah, that's right, Jace. Went clear through him and then carried through the shack. Come on inside, I'll show you. You got the bullet here in my pocket. We found it out back. Here it is. What's left of it?
Smashed up. I'm afraid it won't help us any.
You take a look at the roof, Jace. Back wall over that shelf of provisions.
Yeah. That's the bullet hole, all right. Let's go back outside. I'd say Blake was just about your height, Sheriff.
Looks like.
I want you to stand here beside the body and hold your hand out of the level of your forehead.
My forehead?
Yeah. That'll represent the approximate height of the bullet when it hit Blake. Yeah, that's it.
What are you backing up for, Jace?
I'm sightlong your hand on the bullet hole in the roof.
I get it. You're trying to figure out where that shot was fired from.
Yeah. And it's leading me straight to this old watering trough. Okay, Sheriff. You can take your hand down.
You figure the killer was hiding behind the watering trough when he shot Blake?
Behind it or in it. Bottom of the trough split. It doesn't hold any water.
Don't see any footprints around.
Whoever it was could have walked on this gravel and rocks over to that gully there. And there's water in the bottom of the gully.
Well, however he did it, he sure covered his tracks. Guess Blake must have heard a noise outside the shack, come outside, and got shot.
Yeah. But I'm wondering what Blake was doing out here at this shack in the first place.
Search me. Didn't even know Blake had come home when I got the report of the shooting this morning. About 2 years ago, he and Callie Briggs from the next ranch over ran off to get married. According to Judd, Blake returned home just last night.
And made a beeline out to this shack in the rain?
Does seem a little peculiar.
Come on, let's ride back to the ranch house and see if Blake's half-brother can throw any light on the matter.
No doubt about it, Jace. That horse at the shack is the one Blake rode out there last night. His back tracked the hoof marks all the way here to the ranch house.
Yeah, just one set of prints, all right.
Well, we thought it was heavy going for our horses this morning. Must have been a lot worse last night from the way those hoof marks of Blake sank down in the mud.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. Is that the half-brother on the back porch?
Yeah, that's Judd Wilkins.
Hey, oh, boy.
Oh, Judd? Yeah, this is Ranger Pearson, Judd. He's in charge of the investigation of your brother's murder.
Well, got any line on the killer so far, Ranger?
Not much yet. As I understand it, Judd, your brother'd been away from home about 2 years.
That's right.
When did he get back?
Walked in last night at supper time, about 6:30, I guess. Alva Briggs can verify the time for you. He's having supper with him.
Any reason the time of Blake's return home should need verifying, Judd?
No, I just figured you want all the facts straight, Ranger.
Yeah. What happened when Blake walked in?
Well, right after Blake walked in, Alva walked out.
Oh? Why?
When Blake told us he and Callie had split up. Seems Alva didn't know anything about it. Neither did I, as a matter of fact. But Alva, being Callie's paw, took it pretty hard. Seemed to hold it against Blake. Guess he thought it was all Blake's fault. Matter of fact, I had to pull him away from Blake's throat.
I see.
Of course, the way Blake explained it to me later, it wasn't his fault at all. But Alva didn't wait for any explanation.
How'd you feel about Blake coming home, Judd?
Well, I reckon the way any brother'd feel. I told him I was glad he's back. It'd be good to have him help me with the ranch.
Judd, there's one thing that's bothering me. Maybe you can throw a little light on it.
Yeah, what is it, Ranger?
How come your brother went out to that line shack the first night he got home?
Well, I decided to ride over to Alva's and try to straighten things out with him. He said he'd stay at the shack the rest of the night so as he could give us a hand at the wedding in the morning, so off he rode.
I see. What time was that?
Around 7:30, I guess.
What did you do after that?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's see now. Around 9, I sent for my ranch hand, Tom Billings. Told him about Blake being back and also had him help me check some tally sheets. I'd say that was about 10:30 when we got through.
Tom went on back to the bunkhouse?
That's right, sir.
And you?
I turned in.
You didn't leave the ranch house?
Me? No.
Are you sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. What are you getting at, Ranger?
I'm just trying to get at the truth, Wilkins.
Now, wait a minute. You think that maybe I killed Blake?
I'm not thinking anything right now. I'm just asking questions.
I don't like the kind of questions you're asking. You got to kill my own brother in cold blood?
Take it easy, Judd.
Look, Ranger, you know who discovered Blake's body? Tom Billings, my own ranch hand.
Where can I find this ranch hand of yours, Tom Billings?
He's waiting for you down at the bunkhouse.
I told him to stick around in case you wanted to question him, Jace.
Good. Let's have a talk with him, Sheriff.
Whoever that skunk is, Ranger, I sure hope you get him.
Thanks.
What do you think, Jace?
About Judd Wilkins?
Yeah.
I don't know, Sheriff. It's a pretty straightforward story, but listening to it, I somehow got the idea it was a little too straightforward. Almost like he might have been rehearsing it.
Yeah. Sounded like that to me, too.
Well, we'll check up on as much of his story as we can from Tom Billings.
Here's the bunkhouse.
Good morning. Howdy.
Tom Billings?
That's right, Ranger. I've been waiting for you. In patching an old pair of jeans. You ain't had much of a seamstress at home.
Oh, I don't know. Seems to me I've seen worse-looking patches than that. Billings, you're the one who discovered Blake Wilkins' body this morning, aren't you?
Yeah. Almost lost my breakfast. Pretty bad sight.
Who told you to ride out that way?
Judd. He wanted me to meet Blake and get started with the vaccinations again.
Check so far, Jace.
Yeah. How about last night, Billings? Judd says he called you up to the ranch house.
Yeah, he did. Wanted to tell me about Blake being back and have me help him check some tally sheets.
What time did you go up?
Right around 9 o'clock.
And what time did you come back here?
Oh, about 11:15. The rain had just stopped. I come back here to the bunkhouse and turned in.
And then this morning you rode out to the line shack?
That's right, Ranger.
Okay. I guess that'll be all, Billings. Come on, Sheriff.
Well, one thing's sure, Chase. Judd's time last night is accounted for from 9 till about 11:15.
Yeah. Of course, we don't know how much that means until they've completed the autopsy and can tell us the time of death.
Yeah. You know, there's another angle to this case you could probably stand looking into.
What you're going to say, Sheriff? Alva Briggs.
Yeah. According to Judd, Alva was pretty mad at Blake last night when he found out Blake and Callie had split up.
We're going to look into that angle right now, Sheriff. Let's take a run over to the Briggs Ranch and have a talk with Alva. See if we can find out just how mad he was at Blake Wilkins. We drove over to Alva Briggs' ranch. We could see from a distance that his car wasn't in the shed. Then as we got closer, we noticed a kid sitting on the front porch. Who's that kid over there?
Don't know, Chase. Morning. Looking for Alva Briggs.
Oh, I thought I'm looking for Senor Briggs, Sheriff.
What do you mean?
Well, he's nowhere around. He told me to be here this morning and that he would pay me for feeding his chickens and horses. So I come this morning like he told me. I wait, but he don't come.
Chase. Yeah. Looks like Alva Briggs got called away all of a sudden. I'm going to put out an all points wanted bulletin on him right now. Checking in town, I learned that Alva Briggs had caught the Dallas bus that morning. I notified Company B. 4 hours later, Briggs was picked up at the Continental Trailways Depot in Dallas by Ranger C.B. Wade, who brought him back to Sheriff Hedges' office. After a brief talk with Ranger Wade out in the hall, I came back into the room.
I'd like to know the meaning of this, Ranger.
We'd like to know why you suddenly decided to take a trip, Mr. Briggs.
I reckon that's my business.
You're wrong about that. It's our business, too. The way it looks right now, you get mad at Blake Wilkins, he turns up dead, and you leave town.
But I didn't even know about Blake being killed till that other ranger picked me up getting off the bus in Dallas.
I still want to know why you took off from your ranch this morning.
All right. Last night, Blake told me he and my daughter Callie had split up in Dallas. It come as a bad shock. So this morning, I decided to head for Dallas, see if I could locate Callie and find out what happened. Get her to come back home with me if she would.
I see. You left the Wilkins Ranch about 6:30 last night.
That's right.
Where'd you go?
Home.
You stay home the rest of the night?
Yeah.
Any way of proving that, Alva?
I guess not. I live alone. Ranger, I didn't kill Blake Wilkins, and sure, I felt like it for a second or two when he told me about him and Kelly, but thinking about it later, I got over it. Guess when a couple splits up, it ain't ever completely one person's fault. I didn't kill him.
If you didn't, you'll want to cooperate then.
Cooperate?
I'm asking you to postpone your trip to Dallas. I want you to keep yourself real handy until this investigation's wound up.
All right, Ranger. You'll find me at the ranch.
He hasn't gotten out of last night, Jace.
No, he hasn't. There are a couple of things that make me doubt that he killed Blake.
What are they?
If he did kill Blake, why'd he wait till this morning to take off from his ranch?
Well...
Another thing. Alva walked out of the Wilkins ranch house right after Blake arrived. How'd he know Blake was going to be out at the shack?
Why, Blake told Judd he was going to ride over and talk to Alva. Maybe that's how Alva found out.
But we know Blake never got as far as Alva's place. Those horse tracks led right to the shack and stopped there.
See, that's right. Do you think Judd was lying to us, trying to make it look bad for Alva?
I don't know. Then there's the matter of motive. You find out, like Alva did, that your daughter split up with a guy and you think it's his fault. You might knock a few teeth loose over it, but as for killing him on account of it, I don't know.
Well, speaking of motive, how about Judd?
That's just what I'm going to follow up next, Sheriff. See if I can find a motive for Judd Wilkins to kill his half-brother. I checked into the background of the Wilkins family and found out about several instances of friction between the brothers. But Judd had always been envious of Blake. That started me thinking about the father's death and his will. The executor of the estate was a lawyer named Sam Farris. Sheriff and I dropped in to see him at his office.
Yes, Ranger. The will's in probate, but I'm very familiar with the terms and provisions of it.
What are they?
It was sort of a peculiar will. I told old man Wilkins at the time he made it that it might not stand up in court. I had him change it a little, but I'm still not sure it's valid. Of course, it doesn't matter much now, Blake being dead. Incidentally, I suppose you questioned Judd about the shooting?
Yeah, I have, Mr. Farris. Why do you ask?
Because of the way the will read.
Oh? Just how does it read?
If Blake returned home of his own accord any time during the probate period, the land, the buildings, and the stock were his.
Chase? That's very interesting, Mr. Farris. What provision was made for Judd?
He was to get 25% of the profits from the ranch, and if Blake didn't show up before the probate period was up, Judd would get the whole thing. I tried to talk old man Wilkins into setting it up as a trust fund.
Boiling it down then, Mr. Farris, if Blake came back of his own accord, the place was his, and Judd, in effect, would be working for him.
Well, that's about the size of it.
Well, Chase, that should do it, all right. We know Judd was always envious of Blake, so now up pops Blake to take the ranch away from him.
Yeah, there's our motive, all right. Mr. Farris, you got a copy of that will?
Yes, but I'm afraid I couldn't turn over my copy to you, Ranger.
Okay, we'll look over the original at the courthouse, Sheriff. I want to study that will. We went through the will with a fine-tooth comb. When we returned to the sheriff's office, the autopsy report was lying on his desk.
What's it say, Chase?
We were all set to arrest Judd Wilkins, weren't we?
Still are all set, far as I'm concerned. Why?
Looks like there's not going to be an arrest.
What are you talking about? We just found out Judd Wilkins had plenty of motive for killing Blake.
Sheriff, all the motive in the world doesn't do us any good when the facts are against us. You still can't be in two places at once.
I don't follow you, Jace.
Look, Tom Billings told us he was with Judd at the ranch house the night of the shooting, from about 9 until 11:15.
That's right. Wait a minute. You mean that autopsy report?
Blake Wilkins was killed at a shack 6 miles from the ranch house. And according to this report, the time of death was somewhere between 9 and 9:30.
Well, Jace, there goes our case against Judd, then. Right smoke. Jace, hanged if I see what good this is doing us. We've gone over their shack just like we did before. You had me hold my hand up again, you sighted along it to the bullet hole in the wall, and we're still no further along than we were.
I know it, Sheriff.
Only thing I can figure is that we don't have all the facts in the case yet. Maybe somebody else we don't know about shot Blake.
I think we've already got all the important facts, Sheriff. Hey, wait a minute.
What is it?
Take a look at this sugar bowl, Sheriff. It was right under the bullet hole.
I don't see anything the matter with it.
Now look at the sugar inside it.
Nothing the matter with that either.
Yeah. Well, that's the point, Sheriff.
Huh?
You ever see sugar that's had a little water dropped on it?
Why, sure, it gets sort of crusty.
And stays that way.
Yeah, but I...
Remember what Tom Billings told us? That the rain stopped about 11:15? Blake was shot between 9 and 9:30.
That's right, over an hour before it stopped. Jace.
Yeah. A bullet hole over the sugar bowl would have let a few drops of rain on the sugar. But the sugar's dry. And there aren't any water stains on the shelf either.
That means that bullet hole in the roof wasn't made until after it stopped raining.
We headed for the ranch house. Judd was nowhere in sight, which suited me fine at the moment. We eased inside the house. I didn't find what I was looking for in the front room, so we went up into the bedroom.
What do you figure on finding up here, Jace?
I think I've already found it, Sheriff. That calendar on the wall. Looks like it's hanging mighty high.
Yeah.
Let's take a look behind it.
A bullet hole in the wall?
Yeah. I got my knife here. I'll dig around it. Yeah, it's in here, all right. Yeah. Here you are, Sheriff. A slug.
Well, I'll be.
You see? That's where Judd got the idea. He was probably standing on the stairs and shot and killed Blake right here in this room. Then he noticed that the bullet went clear through into this wall. That's why he fired a bullet through the rear of the shack, to make it look like Blake had been killed out there.
You mean all the time Tom Billings was downstairs with Judd that night, Blake's body was lying right up here in the bedroom?
That's just what I mean. Judd must have shot Blake around 9 o'clock, then called Billings over to the house right afterward as a cover.
Then after Billings left at 11:15, Judd cleaned up the room and took the body out to the shack on horseback.
I heard the door close.
Nobody down there in the living room.
Come on, Sheriff.
Reckon Judd could have come in without us hearing him?
Maybe. Take a look in the kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen's empty, too. Let's look out the back door.
There he is, Chase, running for the car shed.
Come on.
Judd! Hold it! Stop where you are! Hey, he ducked around the corner of the car shed. Corral's back there. He might be trying for a horse.
We'll see as soon as we get around this corner.
Take cover, Sheriff.
Shot came from the bunkhouse.
Probably ducked in there to get a gun.
Judd! This won't do you any good. Come on out of there.
He's gone plumb crazy trying to shoot it out with both of us.
Judd! I'll give you just 1 minute to come out of that bunkhouse with your hands in the air.
You want me to come in here and get me, Ranger?
I don't have to, Judd. I'm going to send for you. I circled around the ranch house in my car in front, got something out of it, and called back to the sheriff.
A tear gas bomb.
Yeah. This is your last chance, Judd.
There's my answer, Ranger.
Okay. Here's mine.
Hey!
Come on, Sheriff. Let's ease up closer. You'll be coming out of that door any minute now.
Tear gas. Ranger, you...
I'll take this side of this door, Sheriff. You take the other.
I can't see. I can't see.
I'll take that gun.
By you! Oh, my eyes.
Yeah, they'll clear up. You're under arrest, Judd. You had a pretty neat scheme figured out, Judd. But you got tripped up by a little bowl of sugar.
Sugar? Yeah. I'll bet you'll hate that word sugar for the rest of your life.
You know, Sheriff, I got a strong hunch that isn't going to be very long.
Judd Wilkins was tried and convicted of the murder of his brother Blake. On the morning of June 16, 1945, in the state penitentiary at Huntsville, he was executed in the electric chair. Next week, Joel McRae in another authentic...
The National Broadcasting Company presents Joel McRae in Tales of the Texas Rangers. Tonight, transcribed from Hollywood, another authentic reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers. Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McRae as Ranger Jace Pearson. Texas, more than 260,000 square miles, and 50 men who make up the most famous and oldest law enforcement body in North America. Now, from the files of the Texas Rangers come these stories based on fact. Only names, dates, and places are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record. Case for tonight, The Trap.
It is 1:10 a.m., May 17th, 1948. The highway across a barren and thinly populated portion of West Texas is deserted, except for a truck and trailer pushing steadily westward toward El Paso.
Boy, that nap felt good.
You sure were snoring. I could barely hear the motor.
How long was I asleep?
Since 8 o'clock last night. Almost 1 a.m. now.
How we doing?
We'll be in El Paso by 6. We're right on schedule.
You want me to take the wheel?
No. Wait till we gas up at Frito Junction. It's only another 50 miles.
Okay.
I sure would be glad to get home and see my wife.
You called a long distance when we stopped for supper.
Yeah, but I'm not an old-timer like you. This is our first baby we're expecting. You already got 4.
Ah, don't let me kid you, Sims. You feel the same way about all of them, no matter how many you have. What are you hoping for?
Oh, just a healthy kid, I guess, that's all. Although I'd kind of like a little girl.
You get one, you'll have a real picnic. Girls are born smarter than we are. My youngest one, she can work me over for anything she wants faster than a quarter horse can get moving.
You don't look like you're feeling any pain from it, Grover.
I ain't. It's a big kick, getting them things they want. Yeah, but don't get me wrong, I'm just as fond of the 3 boys, too.
Yeah.
But, well, a girl does get under your skin a little more. They're more affectionate, like. Boy grows up and you want to kiss him. He kicks up his heels. You get to be 8, 9 years old, the closest you get to him is shaking hands, you know what I mean?
Sure do.
I guess we were the same with our folks. I wouldn't trade them for anything, though, boys or girls. And they're your own blood, well, you'll find out, Sims. You got a lot of fun and living ahead of you. They'll worry you when they get sick, and they'll break your heart when they get kid troubles that you can't help them with, but nothing you'll ever have will mean as much to you as your young'uns.
I've been worrying about mine already, and he. Well, whatever it is, ain't even here yet. I keep wondering if I'll be able to make it. You know, bring him up, educate them, help them to be somebody.
Yeah, that's something else you'll worry about with each new one.
Man, I'm so scared now, I think I'll just settle for one kid and leave it at that.
That's what I said 12 years ago with our first, but you'll change your mind.
Yeah, I guess so. Mary said that she wanted...
Hey.
Huh?
What's that ahead?
Where? Oh, somebody waving a red lantern.
We must be coming to that narrow bridge over Lannon's Creek.
You suppose it's been washed out again by a flash flood?
Yeah, could be, although it don't look like there's been any rain here since we started the haul east 4 days ago.
Just the same, they got it blocked.
Yeah.
Look, Grover, they put up a detour sign.
Yeah, probably wants us to go the left end of the old road.
No, sign points to the right, and the fellow with the lantern is waving us that way.
Yeah, I guess he knows what he's doing.
Don't look like much of a road this way, does it?
Oh, it's going to be mighty rough going.
I hope this don't last too. Hey, this ain't even a road.
Oh, it's just a little dead-end turnoff. That guy must have been crazy sending us in here.
Backing this rig out is sure going to be a job.
Ah, what a dumb trick. I'm going to walk back and ask him what in the name of blazes made him turn us off this way.
I'll come with you.
You'd think they'd have a highway patrol car stationed there to... Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Look by the road. Guy with the lamp is moving that detour sign. Get back to the truck, quick.
What is it, Grover? What's wrong?
Looks like a hijack. Get her rolling backwards and don't mind what you hit. Just keep going.
Grover! Hey, don't shoot anymore! Don't shoot, he's hurt. You can take him. I said you could take everything. You didn't have... Mary... My kid...
At 9 p.m. the following night, the bodies of Warren Grover and Luther Sims were discovered, and the sheriff notified. He called for help from the Texas Rangers. Ranger Jace Pearson was assigned.
Here are the bodies, Jace. Must have been dragged into the brush when the truck was stolen. Lucky thing Mr. Archer here found them.
Mighty lucky. Could have been here for days. How'd you happen to come across them, Mr. Archer?
Well, it weren't me. One of my kids found them. We pulled off the highway fixing to make camp for the night. Boy was gathering wood for the fire. Then I'd yelped and come legging out of here like a scared jackrabbit.
You make a habit of camping out at night with your family?
Ain't nothing much a man can do about it when he ain't working. Them motels and places cost money.
Where do you come from?
Up Arkansas way, we're heading for California.
Migratory workers, huh?
You can talk to his family later if you want, Jace. I let Archer pull his car into a clearing up the highway about 200 yards the other side of the bridge.
I didn't want to keep the kids around here. If you ain't got nothing else to ask me, I'd like to get back to my wife, plumb shaky.
All right, go ahead. But when you get to the car, stay put.
I ain't got no place special to go. Thank you.
You got a flashlight, Jace? Mine's about to peter out.
Yeah. There, you can give your batteries a rest. You say they were due in El Paso at 6 this morning, huh?
Yep, was on schedule, too, until they got here, I reckon. Made their supper stop on time last night. The company checked back.
When'd you get the request to look for the truck?
Got the description and license number early this afternoon when they was overdue and nobody had heard from them. The company figured if they'd had a breakdown, they'd have called in. According to their schedule, they should have reached this spot a little after midnight last night.
And whoever took that truck had plenty of time to get a long ways from here with it before sunup. Not much chance of anybody spotting them.
That's right.
We better take a look around.
I've been all over the ground between here and the highway, but I guess it won't hurt to look again. The condition my light was in, I might have missed something. I can show you where they were when they dropped. Blood stains on the ground out here.
Yeah, I saw them. Right where the truck was. Stains aren't far from the tire marks.
They're funny tires, Jace. Different pattern right smack down the center of them.
Well, no, those inside tracks were made by Archer's car when he drove in. Covered part of the truck marks. The way this place is rutted, he'd fall right into the same track.
I didn't think of that.
Here's something.
What is it?
Cartridge shell. Look at it. .45 caliber Army automatic. Oh, and here's another one.
Well, we won't have to wait for an autopsy to tell us what the murder weapon was. Hey, I just thought of something.
What?
That .45 Army automatic. There's an Army camp about 40 miles further on, just 10 miles this side of Frito Junction.
I'm afraid that won't help us, Sheriff. Number marking on these shells is a 17. That's the old 1917 ammunition series, World War I. No camp would be using ammo that old.
Too bad. Thought for a minute we might have a fast lead.
You arranged to have the bodies moved?
Yep, sent my deputy to town for an undertaker.
Good. Let's walk out to Archer's car, talk to his wife and kids.
There's one thing I don't understand, Jace. Why did they pull their truck off the road? A trucker riding alone might do it to grab some sleep, but not a scheduled rig with two drivers.
I can't figure that either.
Archer's car's up this way, other side of the bridge. Might as well leave your car right where it is. Not much of a walk.
Sure. Hold it, Sheriff.
What is it?
This mark just off the road shoulder here.
Sort of a circle in the dirt.
Yeah. And whatever made the circle was wet and kind of oily.
What do you suppose made it?
What would make an oily, round impression that size?
Oh, I don't know. Unless maybe it was a lantern.
That's what it was, all right. And here's something else. 4 small rectangular marks in the earth. Base of each mark about 2 by 4.
Well, I can't figure that. Unless somebody had a table out here.
I don't think it was a table. Another thing that would make 4 marks spaced like that's a wooden sawhorse. Say, did this bridge ever wash out?
Sometimes, when there's a flash flood. Hey, I see what you're aiming at. When there is a flood, Highway Patrol sets up a detour sign. Sends traffic through that road over across the highway.
When that happened last?
Oh, not in a couple of months.
Now, these marks aren't that old. Somebody detoured that truck into the dead-end road on this side. Lantern and sawhorse were set in here until they were moved onto the road to set up a block.
They must have had that particular truck pegged then. Came through at a time when there isn't much traffic between the last town to the east and Frito Junction.
Come on, let's talk to Archer. You got a list of the cargo the truck was carrying?
Told my deputy to wire a request for it after we found the truck had been stolen. It'll come through to my office.
Good, because we'll have to track this down through cargo. I got a hunch that the truck has been emptied and ditched by now. Archer didn't know any more than he'd already told us, and his wife and 3 pale, undernourished kids couldn't add anything. We waited until the bodies were picked up and then headed back for town. The next morning, there was a wire from the trucking company waiting at the sheriff's office. A list of the missing truck's cargo.
Here's a report on the cargo, Jace. Valued at $39,000.
Let's see. A shipment of automobile radios, huh? Well, that's a break.
Why?
Because they all have serial numbers. It'll be a lot of work if they try and change the numbers, and if they don't, one of the sets will turn up sooner or later.
Yeah, but they didn't send the numbers through to us, Jace. Just the set, make, and model.
I'm radioing my headquarters to get them. Come on. Austin can contact the manufacturer and have him send a complete list of the serials through. Then they can distribute the list to all law enforcement agencies on a statewide bulletin.
We don't stand much chance of cracking this if we have to wait for a hot car radio to turn up.
Don't worry. We're not going to wait. We got plenty of other things to do. How many deputies you got handy?
3.
How about sending them back along the highway? We know where Grover and Sims made their supper stop. I'd like to find out if they made any stops after that, before they were killed.
Good idea. As a matter of fact, whoever stole the truck may have turned it around and headed back that way. Killers may have been spotted.
It's a chance.
On the other hand, maybe I ought to send one man toward Frito Junction in El Paso, just in case the truck kept heading west.
Never mind. I'll handle that part of it myself. I'm heading for Frito Junction as soon as I can make that radio call. I put through a request for the serial numbers, then headed for Frito Junction. On the way, I got a radio call from KTXA. The missing truck had always made a regular stop at the mobile gas station in Frito Junction. When I got to the station, I sent for the man who'd been on duty the night the truck was hijacked.
Yep, I was on duty night before last, Ranger, but Grover and Sims didn't stop here.
I know they didn't. They never got this far. What I want to know is, did you see their truck? The station's right at the crossroads. If the truck came through with somebody else driving it, there's a chance you might have seen it.
Ranger, I'd like to help you, but, well, there ain't much business during the night, even though the boss does keep the place open as an accommodation of truckers. I usually stretch out on a cot in the office. If a truck stops, I get up. If it don't, I just hear it go past.
Any other stations around here open at night?
Nope.
The truck Grover and Sims were driving always stopped here, didn't it?
Yep. Company they drove for has a credit account here. They haul between El Paso and Houston. Well, their tanks are always just about dry when they hit here on the return haul from Houston.
I see. You mean the truck would be too low on gas to go much further than this without filling up, providing it came this way?
That's right.
Thanks. That's a big help.
You're welcome, Ranger. Wish I could help more. Grover and Sims were pretty nice guys.
That's the trouble with a killing. The wrong people usually get killed. It sounds like you got an impatient customer out there.
Yep, one of the soldiers from Camp Boulder. Boys are busy on the pumps. I might as well help him. Hey, he's got the drive blocked. I'll ask him to back up so you can get your car and trailer out.
It's all right. He doesn't seem to want gas. May want directions to someplace.
Hey, you got a shop here?
Yeah, but you have to pull around the back. You're blocking the ranger's car.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Just want to make sure you can help me.
Doesn't seem to be much wrong with that motor.
There isn't anything wrong with it. It's in top shape.
And what do you want to put it in the shop for?
Got a new radio. Thought you might be able to install it for me.
You are listening to Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Jace Pearson. We continue now with tonight's case, The Trap, an authentic story from the files of the Texas Rangers.
A soldier with a new car radio. It didn't have to mean anything, but it might. The make and model of the set he had matched what I was looking for. I got the serial number from the carton it came in and phoned it through to the sheriff for a fast check against the manufacturer's list. Then I went into the shop to ask a few questions.
You'll have to drill holes for the antenna, I guess.
Unless you want to wear it in your hat, I will.
Looks like a good set.
Yeah.
Pretty expensive.
Fellow told me it sells for about $85.
What'd you pay for it?
Well, I didn't buy it. I made a deal for it, sort of.
What kind of a deal?
What do you ask me that for, Ranger? Something wrong?
I didn't say that. I was just wondering what kind of a deal a fella could get on a car radio. The man you got this from have any others he wanted to get rid of?
Well, I don't think so. He just gave me this for a trade, you know.
On what?
Something I had that he needed. Look, my pass is only good for a couple hours. I didn't think it'd be this long. Maybe you better let it go, and I'll come back in next time I'm in town.
Okay.
I think you better stay around.
But my pass...
Maybe I can get you a little extension of time. What's the camp number? I'll call your commanding officer.
Well, what do you want to do that for?
Yeah, what's the matter, Ranger? What is it?
It's that radio. Grover and Sims were hauling a truckload of auto radios when they were hijacked and killed.
What?
You telling me that radio's stolen?
No, I'm not. Not yet. But I'm waiting for a check on the serial number, and you're not leaving here until I get it.
Well, look, you gotta believe me. The guy gave me that set.
Yeah. You've been pretty evasive about telling me why he gave it to you.
I told you it was a trade.
For what? Come on, talk up.
Well, I can't tell you that. Get me in trouble.
If this is one of the sets taken from two murdered truck drivers, you'll be in plenty of trouble unless I know where and how you got it.
Sounds like you better tell him, soldier.
I got the set in exchange for some gasoline.
Gasoline, huh? All right, go ahead.
Well, it was night before last. Just after 2 o'clock. I just started guard duty at camp. My post was along the fence by the motor pool from 2 to 4.
Hey, Ranger, that's not long after the time you said Grover was...
Never mind, Milligan. Go ahead.
Well, I heard this car stop near the fence.
You sure it wasn't a truck?
No, it was a car. So I walked over to the fence where it was parked. I sort of gave the challenge, asked who it was, and a man walked up. Said he needed some gas.
And you gave it to him, just like that?
No. He said he'd pay me for it. I told him it was against regulations. Then he said it wasn't for him. He said a couple of women were stranded down the highway in their car. And then he said he'd give me a car radio. Oh, well, it seemed like a good deal, so I opened a pump and filled some Jeep cans for him.
How many gallons?
25.
And you didn't think there was anything wrong with a trade like that? An $85 radio for 25 gallons of gas?
Well, the guy was stuck in that.
How could he be stuck? He was only 10 miles from the station, and it's open all night.
Well, maybe he didn't know that.
He knew it all right. But he didn't want to bring a stolen truck into this station, and he didn't want to get that much gas in cans from a place that might be checked.
Look, Ranger, please, I'm up for discharge in a couple of months. Our camp is being deactivated. I don't want to get in bad.
You should have thought of that before you started to ladle out government gasoline. What kind of sidearms do you carry at the camp when you do a guard trick?
Regulation Army 45.
Any 1917 series ammo?
None that I ever saw. Are you going to give me a break?
I'm not a judge. I can't give breaks. You're the only key I've got to 2 dead men. I'll call your post and have the MPs pick you up. The gasoline's the Army's business, but this radio is mine if it's stolen property.
How could I know it was stolen?
Can you describe the man you got it from?
No, it was too dark. Besides, there were 2 men. One of them stayed in the car.
It'd help your case a lot if you could tell us what they looked like, even what kind of a car they were driving.
Well, it was dark, I tell you.
They talk to each other? Call each other by name?
Well, yeah. The fellow I gave the gas to, he called the other one in the car, and he said, drive up closer, will you, Sonny Boy?
Sonny Boy? Well, that's not a name.
Probably just a wisecracker nickname.
I'm just telling you what I heard. I'm trying to do everything I can to help you.
Yeah. Just a minute. Ranger, it's for you, the sheriff.
Thanks. Hello, Sheriff.
Howdy, Jace. That soldier's radio is on the stolen list, all right. But I got something one of my deputies dug up. Grover and Sims did make another stop after they had their supper. At 11:30 the night they were killed.
Where?
Roadside diner. Just stopped for coffee. At least Sims had coffee there. Told the proprietor that Grover was asleep in the cab of the truck.
You talked to the proprietor yourself?
Sure did. Drove out Sims soon as the deputy gave me the report. It's Watson's Diner. A lot of truckers eat there or stop to coffee up when they're riding late.
Watson know if they had a hitchhiker with them? Any rider they might have picked up?
He says no, but he didn't go out to the truck, of course. From what he says, Sims was the only one in the place except for some traveling salesman who was playing the pinball machine. A fellow named Sonny Boy Jensen.
Sonny Boy?
That's right, Jace. What you getting excited about?
Talk to Watson again. Find out what he knows about Sonny Boy Jensen, who he is and where he comes from. Then meet me back at your office. I'll get there as fast as I can roll. The army camp was on my way, so I took the soldier with me and turned him over to the camp authorities to be held. I kept a lead foot on the gas pedal as I drove past the bridge and the side road where the truckers had been hijacked and slain. It took me almost 2 hours to reach the county seat. The sheriff was standing in front of his office as I drove up.
Inform KTXA of any change in location. We'll keep in touch with you.
Howdy, Jace.
Howdy. What'd you get?
Something that might fit. That Jensen's been traveling up and down this highway for years, selling electrical appliances to farmers and ranchers mostly. Men like that would have good market for car radios once that shipment cooled off.
He could be our boy, all right. You get any line on where he comes from?
Works out of El Paso mostly, but his home's a small ranch about 150 miles southwest of Frito.
Sonny Boy Jensen can't be his real name.
No, it's Bertram Jensen. They just call him Sonny Boy. Watson said he left the diner about 5 minutes after Sims and Grover pulled out.
Probably passed him on the highway. Had them all staked out and set up that roadblock. You better climb in.
Carry out your instructions back to El Paso.
Going to El Paso?
No, I'll turn south out of Frito and head for Jensen's ranch. I don't think he'd take that hot merchandise into El Paso. Even if he got there before daylight, he'd run into some traffic, and that's the trucking company's home base. He'd be taking a chance on loading any place in the city.
I see what you mean.
You better check on him while we're rolling. Unit 10 to KTXA. Unit 10 to KTXA.
KTXA. Go ahead, Unit 10.
This unit en route to Jensen Ranch near County Line, 150 miles southwest of Frito Junction.
10-4.
Request check on subject Bertram Jensen, alias Sonny Boy Jensen, El Paso appliance dealer and owner of ranch this unit is headed toward.
10-4.
Unit 10, clear.
KTXA, Austin.
I've been thinking, Jace. This couldn't have been a one-man job. Jensen couldn't drive the truck and his car after the hijack.
It wasn't a one-man job. The soldier who gave them the gas they needed for the truck said there were 2 men in the car.
2 men with a bad murder rap hanging over them are liable to fight, Jace.
They sure are, Sheriff. Better take the safety off your gun right now. There mightn't be time later.
KTXA to Unit 10.
Unit 10, go ahead, KTXA.
Have a report for you on Bertram Jensen. No record of Sonny Boy alias. Served 3 years in federal penitentiary Leavenworth, 1919 to 1921, with theft of Army material from government armory. Had accomplice named Dolph Muni, convicted on same charge. No record on either since then.
10-4, Unit 10, clear.
KTXA Austin.
That may answer a couple of our questions, Sheriff.
Yep. Where Jensen got that Army 45 and the 1917 ammo series, and who his partner was. If you think he might have kept in touch with Dolph Muni for almost 20 years.
There's an old saying, Sheriff, about birds of a feather. It was after dark when we reached the Jensen ranch. When the door opened, I knew it was Jensen. There were little wrinkles under his eyes, and his temples were gray, but his face held a youthful softness, as some faces do, whether 16 or 60. It wasn't hard to understand why they called him Sonny Boy.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a ranger around here. You, looking for somebody?
The sheriff and I heard you might be able to get us a bargain on a few things.
Sure. What are you interested in?
Automobile radios?
I got a few in my warehouse in El Paso.
Thought you might have something around here.
No, I'm afraid not.
Then maybe you know somebody who has.
No, I don't know many people. I live alone here. Don't see much of anybody.
Had any company this evening?
No.
2 ashtrays in this room don't agree with you. There's smoldering butts in both of them, so unless you smoke 2 cigarettes at a time and walk back and forth across the room to put them out, you haven't been alone.
Oh, all right. A neighbor's visited me. Is that a crime?
Nope. Where is he?
In the kitchen.
Call him. Don't go for him. Just call him from here.
Doc? Hey, Doc.
What's this doc business, Janet? Oh. Well, I didn't hear anybody come in.
Jensen tells us you've been visiting him. Where are you from?
From Borderville.
Well, that's about 50 miles from here.
Yeah, and Jensen said you were a neighbor.
Well, that's right, ain't it? Distance don't mean much in Texas. I just dropped in on Jensen unexpected. Matter of fact, I was just washing up, fixing to start for home.
Yeah, he's just leaving.
Oh, well, go right ahead.
I'll get your coat. It's in the closet here.
Oh, before you open that, I'd like to ask your friend a couple of questions. 50 miles is kind of a long walk, isn't it? Only way to leave this ranch would be in a car, and if you've got one parked outside, we didn't notice it.
I was going to lend him mine.
Oh, I see. You said you dropped in unexpectedly. How'd you get here without a car?
Why, hitched a ride. Somebody dropped me off the gate.
Uh-huh.
If you got nothing else to ask me, I'd like to be going.
Yeah, imagine you would, but I'm not quite finished. Maybe you know where I could get a bargain in an automobile radio.
Why, I don't know nothing about radios.
It's too bad. I thought you might. All right, Jensen. Give him his coat. By the way, either you heard from Dolph Muni lately?
Well, get out of here. You got no right asking questions. You got no warrant.
You let us in, Jensen.
My story is you broke in, and you ain't going to be able to deny it.
Down on that closet shelf, Case.
Don't try that, Jensen. Quick, Sheriff. Take that gun out of his reach.
Got it, Case. Muni!
He drove through the window. Stay with Jensen. I'll get him.
Come on, get over.
I can see you, Muni. You better stop running before I fire. No sense trying to get in that car. It's locked. That was in the air, Muni. The next one won't be. How about it?
All right, don't shoot.
Just walk this way with your hands high.
I had to steal the radios, but I didn't do the killing. I didn't. I was on the highway with the detour sign when Jensen shot him.
Don't tell me, Muni. Save that for the court. Where are the radios?
In the barn, hidden in bales of powder. We ditched the truck in Amber Lake.
All right, Muni. Let's go in and get Sonny Boy. You can make your statement at the sheriff's office.
Bertram Sonny Boy Jensen and Dolph Muni were found guilty of the hijacked murder of truck drivers Warren Grover and Luther Sims. Both were sentenced to death in the electric chair at Huntsville Penitentiary. Each of the convicted men made an appeal for clemency, and in January of 1949, the sentence of Dolph Muni was commuted to life imprisonment. But the petition of Sonny Boy Jensen was denied, and on the morning of February 19th, 1949, he was executed.
And now, here again is the star of our show, Joel McCrea.
Folks, we want to thank you for the wonderful letters you've been sending to us and the warm and friendly interest you've always shown toward our show. A lot of you have asked the question, what's the title of the theme music heard on Tales of the Texas Rangers? The music you hear at the opening and closing of our show is the Texas Ranger Song, written by Sam Coslow and Harry Bain, and is arranged by Robert Armbruster, the conductor of the NBC Orchestra. We're glad to know that so many of you like it. We do, too. And so, Mr. Armbruster, the Texas Ranger song, if you please.
Joel McCrea is currently seen starring in the Universal International Technicolor production Frenchie. Tonight's cast included Tony Barrett, Whitfield Connor, Herb Ellis, Parley Bear, Wilms Herbert, Paul Dauboff, and Bill Conrad. This story was transcribed and adapted by Joel Murcott, and the program was produced and directed by Stacy Keach. Hal Gibney speaking.
Three chimes mean good times on NBC. Next Sunday, 1 week from today, Tales of the Texas Rangers will relinquish its broadcast time to enable you to hear one of the season's most dramatic events, the Theater Guild on the Air full hour-and-a-half production of Hamlet. And make a note to be back with us for another exciting Tales of the Texas Rangers 2 weeks from tonight. Next week, it's Hamlet. In 2 weeks, another Tales of the Texas Rangers starring Joel McCrea. Be sure to listen. Now the $64 question. Tomorrow, hear the Boston Pops on NBC.
The National Broadcasting Company presents Joel McCrea in Tales of the Texas Rangers. Tonight, transcribed from Hollywood, another authentic reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers. Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Jace Pearson. Texas, more than 260,000 square miles, and 50 men who make up the most famous and oldest law enforcement body in North America. From the files of the Texas Rangers come these stories based on fact. Only names, dates, and places are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record. Case for tonight, Blind Justice.
It is 5:45 a.m., March 6, 1940. Pete Salverson, owner of a roadside cafe in West Texas, is opening for business. As he sweeps up in the kitchen, he hears a sound outside the back door.
Somebody out back there? That you, Charlie? Well, what's the matter, boy? Where'd you come from? Come on, feller. Come on. I ain't gonna hurt you. Atta boy. Looks like you got here too early to root for anything out of that garbage can, though. Them ribs of yours look like you could use some grub fast. Hey, now, none of that face licking. You just come on inside and I'll fix you up. Come on. Come on. Let's see. How about this? That is bone and a couple of hunks of stew meat, huh? All right, feller. There you are. Dig into that. Oh, boy, you sure are beat up and hungry. What's this contraption you got strapped on you?
Pete, you open yet?
Oh, howdy, Sheriff.
How's the coffee situation?
Well, it ain't brewed yet, but I can fix you some up in a minute. Had an early customer here.
Yeah, but he hasn't got any money. I'm a cash customer. Where'd you get him?
Oh, he's rooting in the garbage cans out back. What you doing up around so early?
I just come back from Huntsville. Delivered a prisoner up there yesterday.
Yeah?
Hey, that'd be a pretty good-looking dog if he was taken care of. Who owns him?
I don't know. Never seen him before. Never did see a leash like the one he's wearing, either. Kind of funny contraption. Look at it.
Hey, well, let's see that.
What's the matter, Sheriff?
Well, this ain't a leash. It's a harness. Huh? This here dog's a seeing-eye dog.
One of them dogs is trained to lead blind people?
Sure is.
He must have run off from his master, then.
Well, these dogs don't run off, Pete. I had a missing persons bulletin on a blind man 3 days ago. This might be his dog.
Well, the guy that's missing must be around here then, huh?
Well, if he is, something must have happened to him. This dog never would have left him. Say, you got change for a $1 in the register?
Oh, sure thing.
I'm going to hit that phone and get a ranger down here to help. Wherever that dog's master is, I got a hunch we'd better find him quick.
Less than 1 hour after the sheriff's appeal for help, Texas Ranger Jace Pearson joined him at Pete Salveson's roadside cafe.
There he is, Ranger. No mistaking that harness if you ever seen one before.
It's a CNI dog, all right. You say you found him outside this morning, Salverson?
Yeah, half starved, like you can see.
Been a good 3 or 4 days since he's eaten from the looks of him. Easy, boy. Come here. Nobody's going to hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry, fella. It's really sore, isn't it? He's had a bad time, Sheriff. Got a pretty hard clip on the head. Must have been knocked out. Since then, he's traveled through some rough country. Leitchigia's got him all sliced up. Footpads are sore from walking.
Yeah, but ever since Pete fed him, he's been yowling to get out of here. Reckon he'll be able to lead us back to his master?
He'll try if he can make it. He'll have a better chance if a veterinarian works him over first. Where's the nearest one?
Foreman at the Wolverine Ranch is a vet. Want to take him out there?
Yeah. Meanwhile, you better get yourself a horse. I'll leave my horse trailer here until I get back. You can load your mount in with my horse charcoal. It's a double trailer.
What makes you think we'll need horses?
In the country this dog came through isn't the kind we'll be able to get through in a car, and he came too far for us to follow on foot.
Lost dogs sometimes head for home, Jace. Missing persons bulletin came from Ozona in Crockett County. Dog may be headed for there.
Only way we'll find out's to follow him. If he heads any other way, it'll be back toward the man he's been trained to take care of. I'm figuring that'll be in a southerly direction from here.
Well, how do you know that?
All barren country that way, full of Leitchigia. If he came such a long way from any other direction, he'd have run into a town or a ranch and been found before this.
I reckon I'll buy that. That makes sense.
Get your horse. I'll meet you back here, and we'll drive as far south as we can cross country and then turn this dog loose and follow him. I got the dog patched up at the Wolverine Ranch, picked up the sheriff and his horse, and headed south into the Badlands. We switched from car to our horses and turned the dog loose. He circled around for a moment, got his bearings, and then, despite the soreness of his body, started into a limping run.
He's heading south, all right, Jace. Must be going to his master. Beats me why he went all the way to Pete's place, though.
He had to go someplace for help. But the only thought he gave to himself was just stopping long enough to be fed before he headed back here.
How far do you reckon we'll have to go?
Well, we came 14 miles by car before the dirt road petered out. He came a lot farther than that. Might have taken him a couple of days.
Well, we'll have to stop him at night. If he keeps going that long, and time off. We better make sure we can catch him before dark so he don't get away from us altogether.
Chances are he'll wait for us. After all, we're the help he came after. If he doesn't, we'll be able to follow him anyhow.
In the dark?
Yeah. I treated his collar with some phosphorus paint.
Hey, whatever made you think of that?
Trick my father taught me a long time ago. He had an old hound dog, great hunter. Got a throat injury and couldn't sound off. Glowing collar made up for it.
Well, like they say, we live and learn.
Hey, look. Look where the dog's cutting, up in the foothills.
Yeah.
That's Ambush Canyon that way, isn't it?
Sure is. Say, no wonder that dog's so beat up. I wouldn't tackle this country in an army tank if I didn't have to. I wonder if that blind fellow'll be alive when we find him.
I don't think so, Sheriff. If he was alive, I don't think the dog would ever have left him. Come on, Sharky. What kept that dog going, I'll never know. We hit stretches where we had to lead the horses on foot. It was toward sundown of the second day when the dog caved in. He made a feeble attempt to inch along on his stomach and then just rolled over on his side, panting.
He's done for, Jace. Can't even take water. I better...
No, Sheriff. Put your gun away.
But, Jace, he couldn't move another inch if he wanted to.
I'll carry him with me on charcoal. Man'd be mighty lucky if he could find a human being that'd go this far for him.
He'd never have led us this far back if you hadn't had the vet work on him. Well, what do we do now?
Keep on going, I guess. If his master is in here, he must have left some trail. We'll keep cutting through till we find marks.
Jace, now, how would a blind man get into this country and why?
I don't know. But if he wasn't here, the dog wouldn't have been here either. We better move on till we find a good spot to make camp. These horses need some attention and a night of rest, too. Meantime, maybe I can do a little doctoring on the dog.
Won't do any good, Jace. All you'll need's a pack shovel. He just stopped breathing. He's dead.
The next morning, we started trail cutting, working steadily to the south, toward the international border, the Rio Grande.
Yeah, the country's getting a mite better now, Jace, but we're only about a half a mile from the river. If anybody else had been in here recently, we'd have seen some sign of a trail. Nobody could come through here without leaving some kind of tracks.
That dog didn't head this way for nothing, Sheriff. He must have... Hey, hold it a second.
Huh? What is it?
Look at this. Dog hair caught in this thorn brush.
Yeah.
Must have been a few days ago when the dog headed out. Look at the color. German Shepherd, all right.
We're still in the right trail, then. But why no human tracks?
Well, the dog came out of here on foot. But this may not be the way he and his master got in here originally.
What other way is there?
On the river, in a raft, or a flat-bottom boat?
Well, how could a blind man navigate the river?
He didn't have to be alone, Sheriff. That dog was beaten on the head, remember? It isn't likely his master did that, is it?
No, I see what you mean, but how...
Now, wait a minute. Look up ahead there, along the side of the ridge, about a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, looks like part of the rock and the earth have been scooped out. Must have been a little landslide.
Not on a rock facing as solid as that looks.
What do you suppose it is, then?
Let's find out. It took us more than an hour to reach the base of the ridge and find the answer. It wasn't a landslide. There were a couple of dynamite caps on the ground. The fresh earth had been blown out.
2 men, all right, Jace. Signs of tracks held tight in this fresh earth.
Dog tracks go right along with the one set. That was the blind man.
Yeah, another mark running in with those tracks, though. Little round hole in the ground every few steps.
The blind man must have had a cane, too. Move around the wide circle and cut back to this spot until...
Oh, wait, Jace. Huh? What's that thing over there by the brush? Long white piece or something.
A white cane. Come on.
The head of it stained, Jace. Looks like blood.
It is.
The dog must have been clubbed with that.
Bloodstains didn't come from the dog, Sheriff. Lump he had on his head didn't bleed. Let's beat through this brush.
Blood trail on the ground through here, Jace.
Yeah. That patch just ahead seems to be pressed down in one spot. Let's make for it.
A man's body, all right. Face down. Better roll him over and see if it's a blind man.
It's him, all right. You can tell by his right hand. Callous ridge there from holding onto that dog harness. I took the white cane and the dynamite caps and rode along the shore of the river to the nearest town. Called Austin to fly a lab man down and arrange for a boat to pick up the sheriff and the body. I was in the local constable's office 24 hours later when the body was brought into town.
Well, body's over at the undertaker, Jace.
Good.
Constable told me you were in here looking over a report from your lab man.
Yeah. No lead on the dynamite caps, but we learned plenty from the cane. 2 sets of prints, one unidentified. Must have been the blind man's.
What about the other set?
Man who left the other set had a criminal record. Name was James Waterman. Got out of Huntsville 6 years ago.
Waterman? Say, I remember that name.
You ought to remember it. He pulled 10 years for armed robbery. $40,000 payroll stick-up back in 24. Money never was recovered.
I wonder why he killed that blind man. And why was he blasting in the face of that rock ridge?
Something we'll ask him when we get him. Oh, was the lab man at the funeral home when you brought the body in?
Yeah, he's going over it now. Want to get some grub while you're waiting for him to finish?
Yeah. He'll take prints off the body to compare with the ones he lifted from the cane. He'll have identification established by the time we get through.
Good. Let's go. I'll be glad to eat something I haven't had to cook myself. Funny thing. We started off so fast after that dog turned up the other day, I never did check that missing persons bulletin for the blind man's name.
His name was Joseph Wilson. Lived in a rooming house in Ozona, operated a newsstand. Landlady reported him missing when she didn't see him or the dog for 2 days.
There's a cafe across the street.
Good. We took our time. A statewide pickup was out for James Waterman, and it seemed just a matter of pinning him down. But when we got finished and walked over to the funeral home, the case wasn't so simple. Our lab man, Marty Ferris, was just finishing a phone conversation.
No, I said there's no doubt about it. Yeah, check on it. Pearson just walked in. I'll tell him. Right, bye.
Howdy, Jace.
Howdy, Marty. Marty Ferris, Sheriff Ritchie.
Now, we met when the sheriff came in with the body. And, Jace, we got trouble. This thing is blown wide open.
Why? What's the matter?
That's the prints. And take a look at them. Now, here's a copy of the unidentified set I sent on to Austin. The man who made them has no record.
Well, why should he have a record? Aren't they the blind man's prints?
No, they aren't, Jace. The prints on the body match the known prints pulled from the cane. The dead man is James Waterman.
What?
That's it, Sheriff. Here, look at the prints. See for yourself.
Marty? Could you have made a mistake?
No, Jace. I just checked with Austin on the phone by classification number. Waterman must have been blinded sometime after he left Huntsville. He took the name of Wilson as an alias.
Now all we've got's a set of unidentified prints that might match anybody in the state. Sheriff, our killer isn't going to be easy to find.
You are listening to Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Jace Pearson. We continue now with tonight's case, Blind Justice, an authentic story from the files of the Texas Rangers.
Whoever the blind man's companion had been, there had to be a starting point for their journey along the river, a place where they'd picked up a boat or a raft. The sheriff and I worked our way along the river above the town, questioning the occasional Mexicans who managed somehow to make a living where no living was to be made. And in one spot, less than a mile from the road, we found something.
Can see it clearly now, Jace.
Yeah. Impression of a flat-bottomed boat on that mud flat. Had to be dragged quite a ways to the water. Not many days ago either. Oh, boy. Mud around where the boat was is caked dry. Spot where the boat was setting still looks damp.
Uh-huh. Boat must have been there without being used for quite some time. River's been way down for more than a year.
A little smoke coming up from behind those trees.
Must be a Mexican hut.
Whoever's there might own the boat. Let's ask him. Get up, Charlie.
Up, boy. Tacos cooking. Smell them?
Yeah. Smell something else, too. Chicken frying. There's a place. I can see it now.
Pretty high class for River Hut. Looking back, chicken coop.
Kind of new, too. Coop wire, I mean. Hasn't been up very long.
A woman out in front of the place. Well, she sees us.
Buenos dias, senor.
Oh, buenos dias, senora. Ooh, Charlie.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Maybe you can help us out, senora. We'd like some information about a boat that was out on that mud flat until a few days ago.
I never see a boat there, senor.
You never saw one there? What made that impression in the mud, then?
I called my husband. He speaks better English. Daniel? Venga.
Yes. What the matter? You don't let me sleep.
They know something about that boat, all right, Jace.
Yeah.
My husband. He come.
You want something, senor?
They want to know.
There's a mark left by a boat down in that mud flat. When was the boat there last? And what happened to it?
It was maybe a week ago. The boat disappeared in the night. One morning, she's gone. That's all I know.
Who took it?
We don't know.
Just like that, huh?
Sí. Just gone.
Don't try to feed us a story like that, you...
Just a second, Sheriff. Where do you work, Danielle? What do you do for a living?
Well, I do anything for whoever give me the work. But for a long time, nobody give me any.
You must have saved a lot of money to be eating fried chicken and tacos. Where'd you get those chickens?
I raised them, senor.
Without hens and a rooster? There isn't anything in that coop old enough to sit a nest. And that coop wire's new.
Well, what I mean to say, I was just starting to raise them.
Where'd you get the money to buy that coop wire and the chicks? You better talk up. This is part of a murder investigation.
Murder?
Blind man was murdered downriver. He got there by boat.
Senor, I got nothing to do with murder. I just sell the boat.
Why didn't you say so before?
Well, because the boat was not mine.
But you sold it just the same.
Say, look, I tell you the truth. The boat is there for 2 years, ever since we come here. I never know who owns it, and then one day the men come.
2 men?
Sí.
One of them blind?
Sí. He got a dog and a white stick. The other man with him, he said to me, I give you $50 for the boat. Well, I don't say that the boat is mine. I just let him give me $50.
What'd the man look like? The one who could see.
Oh, he's big, just like you, with the light hair, very wavy, eyes blue. He said that when they come back, I can have the boat back for nothing. And he give me more money if I don't tell nobody. I say, you give me more now, huh? But he said he don't have no more until he come back.
That's the whole truth, senor, just like Daniel tell you.
All right. If it isn't the truth, we'll find out. Come on, Sheriff. Let's go.
Right. You two stay right around here in case we want to see you again.
Oh, stay we'll be here. We don't run away.
Up, boy. Hey. Heading back for the town?
Yeah. Marty may have some more information. And I think we just got a lead from Danielle on why Waterman and the other man went downriver.
Well, if you did, you got something I missed.
They promised Danielle more money when they came back. The money Waterman got in that stick-up 16 years ago never was recovered, remember?
Oh, I get it. That's why they dynamited into that rock ridge. Waterman must have hidden that money until it cooled off.
That's right. But before he ever got back to it, he was caught and sent to Huntsville for 10 years.
Why didn't he go for it as soon as he got out 6 years ago?
That's one of the things we still don't know. Maybe Marty will have the answers when we get back to town. Marty had the answers, all right. Reports from Austin that had come in while we were on the river.
I made notes on everything, Jace, if you can read my writing.
Oh, thanks.
That checkback shows that Waterman lost his sight 3 days after he left Huntsville 6 years ago. It was hard to run down because he didn't have to report to anybody. He'd served his full term, no parole.
I see. Happened in a highway accident, huh?
Yeah, I caught a lift on a gasoline truck, went over an embankment and caught fire. The driver was killed, Waterman blinded.
Near Sonora. That means Waterman was headed this way from the pen. He was going straight for that money, Sheriff. But losing his sight stopped him.
But why did it take him 6 years to move for it again?
He had to find somebody to help him. A man with a load of stolen money hidden away doesn't trust many people.
He finally trusted somebody.
And got killed for it. I'm going to take a ride to Ozona. It's out of your county, Sheriff, but it's your case. You want to come along?
You bet I want to come along. Let's go.
In Ozona, we went to the rooming house where Waterman had lived under the name of Joseph Wilson. The landlady showed us to his room. It hadn't been rented to anybody else, and his things were still there. A few books in Braille, clothing, an extra harness for the dog.
Everything is just like he left it, just like it was when the police come after I called them. I haven't touched a thing. No money, nothing valuable was left here, only what you see.
It's all right, ma'am. Don't be upset. Nobody accused you of taking anything.
I just want you to know there wasn't nothing to take. He never had nothing. Always a couple of weeks behind in his rent. Not that I minded. I had nothing but sympathy for the poor man. Even fed his dog for him, or it never would have been fed.
Look, something you just said's important to me. Now, if he owes you money, there's nobody to pay it, so you're just going to lose it. The truth can't hurt you one way or the other. Did he really owe you rent money?
Yes, why else would I say it? Every once in a while he'd catch up. He'd got some kind of benefit checks from someplace once in a while.
What's your angle there, Jay?
I'm just figuring, Sheriff. Daniel got $50 for that boat he sold. There must have been more expenses getting from here down there. Somebody had to finance it.
His traveling companion, whoever it was.
Yeah. It's a cinch it was somebody Waterman met and got to know right here in Ozona. Ma'am, did Mr. Waterman, Mr. Wilson have any visitors here? Any friends?
Well, I never saw a soul. There was some fellow called him a few times, though, when he was homesick and couldn't work at the newsstand.
You know who it was?
No, he never gave me his name. Mr. Wilson just said it was somebody he knew from the stand.
The same fellow each time?
As far as I could tell from the voice.
I see. Thanks. Come on, Sheriff.
Was that all you want here?
Yeah, thanks. We located the place where Waterman had had his newsstand, a main intersection near a bank, a restaurant, an office building, and a medical and professional building. Somebody else was running the stand now. We staked out in my car across the street.
Looking for somebody fitting the description Danielle gave us?
That's right. Man who called whenever Waterman was sick might have been a regular customer.
There could be quite a few customers fitting that description, Jace.
We'll tag the ones who come close. See if the newsie or anybody around has any information on him. Somebody might have noticed the man we're looking for hanging around the stand from time to time. If he knew Waterman well enough to call his rooming house, he knew him well enough to stop for a talk.
You're right, of course, but this kind of waiting wears me out.
It's the dullest part of the job, Sheriff. But sometimes it's the part that pays off. For 2 days, we watched the corner. Occasionally, we followed a man who fitted the description supplied by Danielle. But each time we checked, the subject turned out to be somebody who hadn't been out of town. Then, just before the end of our second day of watching, I nudged the sheriff.
What is it, Jace?
Over there. No, past the newsstand. Just going into the medical and professional building.
Oh, yeah. He looks like he might be the boy, all right. His hair is really light and curly, which most of the others haven't been.
Let's see where he went. Oh, wait a minute. He's still in the lobby. There by the elevator. Let's wait until he's picked up.
There's the elevator now. Well, there it goes. He's the only passenger.
Come on. Watch the floor marker. See where the elevator stops.
3rd floor, Jace.
Let's take a look at the building directory on the wall.
3rd floor, 2 doctors, a dentist, an attorney, and a chiropodist.
Go up to that floor. Try them all.
You want me to grab him?
No. If you spot him in a waiting room, just sit down like you're waiting too. After he leaves, find out anything you can about him. I'll wait back in the car and tag him after he comes out.
How do we get together again?
After I find out where he lives, I'll come back and pick you up on the corner. I waited for the man with the light curly hair. He came out of the building in 20 minutes. I started my car away from the curb slowly, keeping him in sight. He turned the corner and got into a car of his own, drove to an apartment building. I noted the address and then went back and met the sheriff.
I hope you didn't lose him, Jace. I think he's the one we want.
Why? What'd you get?
He was in to see a doctor. Had a dressing on his arm changed. Doc said he's a regular patient who's been away on vacation.
Been out of town, huh?
Yeah, but that isn't all. It's what he's being treated for that ought to make you sit up. Dog bite.
Dog bite? I thought that shepherd might have gotten to the killer just once before he was knocked out. Let's go visit him. I know the apartment building he lives in. You get his name from the doc?
J.B. Rowland works on the local newspaper.
Reporter?
No, has charge of distribution and circulation. Also takes care of the morgue, back issue files.
Oh, that'd put him in touch with Waterman on the circulation end. And his taking care of the back issues might fit, too. That might have told him who Waterman really was.
Hey, that's right. Fishing through some old back issues, he might have read about the robbery and Waterman's conviction. Maybe seen a picture of Waterman and recognized it.
That'd make him get friendly. He'd know the money was never recovered and that Waterman didn't have it on hand, or he wouldn't be running a newsstand and living like he did.
You think he told Waterman what he knew and finally talked him into a deal? Or do you think maybe forced him into it?
When we see him, we'll ask him.
There's the door, Jace. Apartment 2B. You gonna knock?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who is it?
Special delivery.
Oh, I'm not dressed. You better slip it under the door.
You got a sign for it.
Oh? Okay. Hope you got a pencil.
All right, Roland. Open it all the way.
I'll open it. I'll open your skull.
Watch him, Jace.
Stay away from that desk. You're not taking me. Give me that gun. Oh, my arm.
Yeah. Same arm Waterman's dog chewed on, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Just the same, you went right for a gun. Brand new gun at that. Like you were expecting you might have trouble. Come on, get up.
Why'd you kill him? You want all the money instead of a split?
Money. Money.
Yeah. Where's the money? What'd you do with it?
What did I do with it? I worked on him for months until he trusted me. Then we went down to the river, but we couldn't find the place. Couldn't remember all the landmarks. He couldn't see, and after 16 years, he couldn't remember. He couldn't remember. I went crazy. I planned on it so much, I went crazy, that's all. If I had the money, I could have gotten away. Without the money, I had to come back here so they wouldn't be looking for me.
All right, Roland. Go get some clothes on.
Looks like that 40,000 is really gone for keeps, Jace.
Yeah. Buried in a rock ridge somewhere near the Rio Grande.
That's money that never bought anybody anything. I feel sorry for that dog, Jace, breaking his heart and dying like he did.
Funny thing about a dog never passes judgment. He just sticks right to the finish, whether you're good or bad, worth it or not. I'll help Roland get a jacket on. Then we can take him in.
For the murder of James Waterman, alias Joseph Wilson, J.B. Rowland was convicted and sentenced to Huntsville Penitentiary for a period of 99 years.
Next week, Joel McCrea in another authentic reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers. Joel McCrea is currently seen starring in the Universal International Technicolor production Frenchie. Tonight's cast included Tony Barrett, Peggy Weber, Herb Vigran, Ed Begley, Earl Keane, Tom Holland, and Tom McKee. This story was transcribed and adapted by Joel Murcott, and the program was produced and directed by Stacy Keach. Hal Gibney speaking.
Three chimes mean good times on NBC. Tomorrow night, NBC will present Parallel 38, a dramatization of the work of the Red Cross during the current crisis, with Raymond Massey in the starring role. Brigadier General David Sarnoff will explain the needs of the Red Cross during the 1951 fund campaign. So listen tomorrow to Parallel 38, and let your heart guide your hand when you give to the Red Cross. The Telephone Hour welcomes UC Bierling tomorrow on NBC.